Hey YouTube, this is a short clip looking into the pulsing issue that has been observed in the h.265 footage from the new Phantom. I have back-to-back clips here, one recorded with 264, the other one with 265. A very dark scene. I'm boosting the shadows and highlights now to make it more visible. And I can see here the h.264 clip does not show any pulsing. I'm boosting the h.265 clip now, and here you can clearly see pulsing every 30 frames or a little over a second. I'm changing the display now to show me frame numbers, and I'm using my arrow keys to navigate. And you can see 689 and 690 look very, very different. So that 690 is, supposedly a new iframe. So I'm extracting that frame, and then I go back to 689 and extract that as well. And you can already see in the background, all of a sudden, 689 now looks like 690. So I go back and forth, back and forth. And what I think is happening here is when you scrub or you play it back, any clips, Premiere Pro is actually not fast enough to give you full resolution. So it's giving you a quarter of the resolution. That's what I've set it to now. When you let it sit for a second, it will show you the full res clip, or frame rather. And I think it's quite easy to see here that as I toggle back and forth, you can even see it, the terrible pixelation in the image, this pink creeping in on 689, and then 690 is clear. However, then, again, I pause at 689, you see that here, and after a few seconds it cleans up. This is when you see the actual footage. Before, you just see a quarter resolution. So my interpretation of this is it actually is not an issue of the actual DJI footage to see this blooming. It seems to be maybe something that Premiere is creating due to the HEVC codec, the h.265 codec, trying to display it as efficiently as possible, and also doing something like keyframing and compression there. And it seems more like we're actually seeing the iframes of that process and not of the actual footage. So meanwhile, I'm in Photoshop, and I've compared 690 to 689 frame by frame. And I see a tiny bit of difference in the pattern of the noise, but that's normal in video. So there is a very slight difference, but I don't know if it's due to just the noise being different due to compression, or if it's maybe something else. So I grab a couple more frames around that scene, so 688 and 691. I import those just to really make sure that also what we're looking at is actually the same or different. And I'm struggling a little bit here with positioning them above each other. And then I compare them, and again, I don't see a difference. So now I'm adding curves. And remember, this has already been footage that's been pushed, plus 100 shadows and plus 100 highlights. And now adding another S-curve. So we now have footage that's been pushed, I don't know how many stops. So what you see here, that is already by far exceeding any normal live video example you'll have. Now we can more clearly see different noise patterns here, especially color noise. But, again, keep in mind, this footage has been destroyed. And I'm comparing different clips, the two clips, 691, 690, which are the first keyframe, and then the one thereafter, and then the other two, and every frame with every other frame, and I cannot see a difference other than some random noise that has been recorded in a little different way. So to wrap this up, for me, I can't see pulsing in the footage when I just look at a video, even with extremely dark scenes or anything like that. I can see pulsing in the lumetri scope of h.265 in Premiere, but only if I play it back or if I scrub it. If I compare two frames after they have been paused for a while, then I don't see anything. They look the same to me. And then if I extract the frames and I increase contrast and highlights and shadows, raise them to ridiculous levels, I still don't see a rhythmic difference between the 2 frames before and the 2 frames after the 30-second set, which is what I was looking at here. So I don't know what to say about this other than I don't think the pulsing issue is an issue because to me it doesn't seem to be present in the actual footage. I would love to hear your takes. This is basically, I just uploaded this quickly to respond to Frederick Hagen, which I greatly respect. I watch his YouTube channel, and you should too. I'll leave a link below. And Raptor Man has been, quite on the front of discussing all this stuff, and I'd love to hear feedback from everybody, for that matter, of what you make of this. I have a couple other videos similarly looking at all these topics regarding the Phantom 4 Pro, and I hope to be able to upload them tomorrow. Thanks for watching.